Hello everyone and welcome back to HSE Career Hub. I am really happy you are here today and will be watching this video because we are starting something very exciting. We are beginning a brand new series on ISO 45001 and I want to make this as simple and as clear as possible for you. Now, whether you are someone who is just stepping into the world of health and safety, or you have been in this field for years and want to understand the standard more deeply, this series is made for you. We are going to go through everything together, step by step, in plain and simple language. No confusing term will be used, and no rushing through things. Just real honest learning through this video. So let's begin with part one. Let us start from the very beginning. So the very first question is, what exactly is ISO 45001? Let me explain it in simple way possible. ISO 45001 is an international standard. That means it is a document that has been agreed upon by countries all around the world, and it tells organizations how to manage the health and safety of their workers in a proper, structured way. It was published for first time in March 2018, and before this standard came along, the world was using something called OH&S, OSHA's 18001. ISO 45001 replace that OSAS 1801 and made everything much stronger and much more completed than ever before. Now here is something important to understand. This standard is accepted in more than 174 countries, means around the world. So if you learn and understand ISO 45001, that knowledge will be useful to you no matter where in the world you work or where your organization um, or your company operates. And please do not think this is only for big companies. It is for any organization, small, medium, or large. It does not matter if you run a small workshop with 5 employees or a large factory with 5,000 workers. If people come to work in your organization, then ISO 45001 is relevant to you. The goal, the goal of this standard is very simple: to make sure that workers go home safe and healthy at the end of every single working day. Now let us talk about something that I think is very important to understand. Why was this standard created in the first place? What problem was it trying to solve? Here is a number that I want you to tell, and you need really to think about it. Every single every single year, around 2.78 million 2.78 million people die from causes that are directly related to their work. That is not a small number. That is nearly 3 million human beings: father, mother, brother, sister, sons, and daughter, who do not come home from work, and hundreds of millions more are injured or become sick because of their jobs. When the International Organization for Standardizations looked at this situation, they saw three big problems that need to be solved. The first problem was that every country had its own rules and it was standards for workplace safety. They have their own standards for their workplace safety. So a company working in a multiple countries had to deal with completely different systems in each place. There was no single unified approach that the whole world could follow together. The second problem was that most organizations only reacted after something bad had already happened. An accident would occur and then they would ask, okay, now what do we do? ISO 45001 was designed to change that completely, to change this mindset and culture completely. ISO 45001 says, do not wait for the accident, find the danger before they became accidents. The third problem was that, and this is something I really appreciate about the standard, is that it recognizes that safety is not just about physical danger. It also recognizes that mental health matters, psychological safety, stress at work, very heavy workload, bullying. These are real world workplace hazards too. And ISO 45001 was the first global standard to formally say that out about this workplace mental health issue. So that is why this standard exists, because people's lives truly depend on it. Now let us talk about the foundation that ISO 45001 is built on. It is called the PDCA cycle. And once you understand this idea, everything else in this standard will start to make perfect sense. PDCA stands for four words: plan, do, check, and act. Let me walk you through each one in simple terms. Okay, the first term is plan. This is where you sit down and think carefully about your workplace. In planning, you ask yourself, what are the dangers here? What could go wrong? And then you make a plan. You set goals. You decide what you are doing, what you are going to do to keep your people safe. The second step is do. This is where you actually carry out what you planned. In do part, you put your safety measure in place. You train your workers. You implement the control you decided. The third step is check. This is important. After you have done everything, you step back and honestly ask, is it actually working? Are we meeting our goals? You measure things. In check step, we measure things. We monitor what is happening. We review the result and give honest review with ourselves what we find. Were there improvements or there were no improvements? The fourth step is act. Based on what you found in the check step, you improve. If something is not working, you fix it. If something is working very well, you build on it and do more of it. Okay, so these were the four steps, and then the whole cycle start again. This is in a cycle. Okay, plan, do, check, act, again and again and again. This is what make ISO 45001 so powerful. It is not a one-time project that you do and then forget about. It is a living, breathing system that keeps on improving over time. And that is exactly what a truly good safety management system should be. Now let me show you how ISO 45001 is actually organized. The standard has a specific structure, and the main requirements are put together in what we call clauses. Think of them simply as a chapter in a book. The core of standard runs from class 4 all the way to class 10. Okay, that is 7 classes in total, and each one covers a different important part of the safety management system. Let me briefly introduce each one, and please do not worry, we will go into each of these in much more detail in the next part of this series. Class 4 is about context. Okay, this means understanding your organization. What kind of business are you? What are the issues and challenges you face? And who are the people who care about what you do? Your worker, your customer, the people living near your site. Class 5 is about leadership. This is very important one. It says that people at the very top of the organization cannot just talk about safety. They have to live it and show it every single day. And worker must have a real, meaningful voice in the safety system, not just a suggestion box that nobody reads. So top management uh, must be visible. They must show commitment. Okay. So class 6 is about planning. This is where you identify the hazard in your workplace, assess the risk they create, and set clear goals for where you want your safety performance to be. Class 7 is about support. This covers the things that make the system actually work. The resources you need, the training you provide, the way you communicate, and the document and records you keep. Okay. Class 8 is about operations. This is the practical day-to-day side of running the system. How do you carry out your work safely? How do you manage contractor who come onto your site? What exactly do you do when an emergency happens? Class 9 is about performance evaluation. This is about knowing whether your system is actually working. You measure things, you conduct audits, and management formally sits down to review how the whole system is performing. Okay. And the class 10 is about improvement. What do you do after an accident or a near miss report? How do you learn from it? How do you make sure it does not happen again? Stopping the reoccurrence. How do you keep getting better over time? Constant improvement. All of these clauses work together. They are not separate things. They are all connected to each other. And together they create a complete, effective safety management system. Now let us bring this a little close to home and talk about what ISO 45001 means for you personally as a safety profession for your career and professional growth. If you are working in health, safety, and environment, or if you are thinking about moving into this field, then understanding ISO 45001 is one of the most valuable things you can invest your time in. And here is the reason why. This is because this is a globally recognized area of professional knowledge. When employers or clients see that you truly understand the standard, it opens real doors for you in the oil and gas industry, in construction, in manufacturing, in healthcare, in logistics, and you name it. And shortly in many other sectors around the world. Okay, so let me give you four real career paths where this knowledge directly help you move forward. The first one is becoming a lead auditor or internal auditor. In this role, you go into organization and you carefully evaluate whether their safety system truly meets the requirement of ISO 45001. This is one of the most in-demand rules in the entire health and safety profession right now. The second career path after pursuing ISO 45001 is becoming an occupational health and safety consultant. This means you work with organizations to help them build their safety management system from the very beginning or to improve the one they already have. Professionals who can do this well are highly valued and are very well compensated. The third path is working as an HSE quality manager or HSE officer. Hmm. This is where you are inside an organization managing the safety system every day. You are the person who is responsible for making sure the system is genuinely working and functioning properly. The fourth path is becoming a safety trainer. You teach worker, supervisor, manager what they need to know. ISO 45001 gives you a solid and structured framework to build your training program around. And it gives you training, it gives your training real credibility with the people you are teaching. No matter which direction you want to take your health and safety career, a strong and genuine understanding of this standard will serve you very well. Now, let us look at this from the other side, from the perspective of an organization. Why should a company or an institution go through the effort and commitment of becoming certified to ISO 45001? I want to share six very clear and practical reasons with you. The first reason is legal protection. When an organization is certified to ISO 45001, it shows the world, including government regulators, courts, and insurance companies, that they took their duty of care seriously, that they did not just hope for the best. This matter enormously if something ever goes wrong. Okay. The second reason is worker trust. When employees genuinely feel that their organization care about their safety and their well-being, they respond to that in a very positive way. They are more engaged in their work. They are more productive. They are more loyal, and that is good for organizations and for every person in it. The third reason is financial saving. Every serious workplace accident costs money, direct cost and direct cost. Investigation, legal proceeding, compensation payment, lost work days, damaged equipment, and damage to the organization reports. Fewer accidents means uh, fewer accident mean all of these costs go down significantly. um, you saved all these direct and indirect costs. The investment in a proper safety system truly pays for itself. If you invest in ISO 45001, it will pay you back. Um, so, as per the cost benefit analysis, this fits for your organization. The fourth reason is market access. This is becoming more and more important in today's world. Many large clients, especially in industries like oil and gas, construction, and manufacturing, now require their suppliers and contractors to hold ISO 45001 certification before they will ever consider working with them. Without that certifications, you simply will not be invited to apply. The fifth reason is reputation. An organization that is certified sends a very clear message to everyone around it. We take our people seriously. In a competitive market, that kind of reputation is genuine and lasting advantage. The sixth reason is the culture of continuous improvement. This is perhaps the most lasting benefit of all. When an organization truly embraces ISO 45001 and it lives by it, it builds a habit of always learning from incident, from near misses, from audits, from the feedback of workers on the ground. And that habit of learning keep making the organization safer and better over time. Now here is something I want to share with you because um, ISO 45001, um, I should be honest about it. Um, this standard gives a framework, it gives you structure and guidance, but simply implementing it on paper does not automatically guarantee your workplace safety. Okay. Mm, the real difference between a system, a safety system that genuinely work and one that just look good on paper, that difference comes down entirely to how seriously the people in that organization take it. So what actually make the system succeed in real life? First, the people at the very top of the organization have to be genuinely committed, not just in their word, not just in a policy document that gets signed and displayed on the wall, but in their daily actions and decisions. They have to show up. They have to ask questions about safety. They have to lead by example every single day. Second, workers need to be genuinely involved, not just informed after decisions have already been made. The experience and the detailed knowledge of the worker have about what is really happening on the ground is something no policy document can ever replace. So when worker truly feels that they are heard, they then contribute, and when they contribute, the system becomes much stronger. The third is that the resources that are promised must be actually delivered. Time for safety activities, money for training and equipment, proper support should be given, not just as written commitment, but is real tangible thing that people can actually use. Okay. Fourth thing is that safety goal and objective needs to be very clear. They need to be measurable, and they need to be owned by the real people who are genuinely accountable for achieving them. The fifth thing is the safety system need to be deeply connected to the way the organization actually operates day to day, not treated as a separate department that sits in a corner and fill in forms while everyone else carries on as normal. I want to close this part of our conversation with something very important. ISO 45001 itself is very clear about this. Implementing the standard does not guarantee that accident will never happen. What it gives you is the very best possible system to prevent them. The real and lasting work is in the culture you build around it. Before we close part 1 today, I want to show you the full picture of where we are going together in this series. So you know exactly what is coming and what to look forward for. Today in part 1, we have covered the foundation. You now understand what ISO 45001 is, why it was created, how the plan, do, check, act cycle works, what the 7 clauses cover, and why all of this matters for your career and for any organization you are part of. In part 2, we are going to go into much more detail on class 4, 5, and 6. We will talk about understanding your organization and the world it operates in. We will talk about the role of leadership and why worker absolutely must be genuinely involved in the safety system. And we will go through the very important process of identifying hazard and assessing the risk they create. This is where the real practical work of this standard truly begins. In part 3, we will cover class 7 and 8, all about the support structure that make the system function day to day, and the practical operational side, including how you safely manage contractors, how procurement decisions affect safety, and how you prepare your organization to respond to emergencies. And in part 4, we will bring the whole journey together by looking at clauses 9 and 10, how you measure your performance, how you conduct internal audit, how management formally reviews the system, and how you handle incident and non-conformities report in a way that leads to real and lasting improvement. If you do not want to miss any of the upcoming parts in this series, please subscribe and turn on your notification. That way you will know as soon as the next video is available. All right, let us bring part one to close. But before we finish, let me share the five most important things I want you to carry with you from today's video. Number one is ISO 45001 is a global standard that helps organization take proper structure care of the people who work for them. It is recognized in over 174 countries, meaning around the whole globe. And it applies to any organization, no matter how big or small. Number two is the standard is built on the plan, do, check, act cycle. This simple but powerful cycle is what drives continuous improvement in your safety system. You plan, you act, you check the result, you improve, and then you do it all over again. Number three is ISO 45001 does not belong to any one industry or any one type of organization. It is for everyone who has people coming to work for them, from a small local business to the largest global corporation. Okay. Number four is for you as a health and safety profession. Genuinely understand the standard in real and lasting. Genuinely understanding this career, this ISO 45 standard will ensure a real and lasting career asset for you. Employer and client value it deeply, and open doors in every part of the world. And number five for organization, ISO 45001 is about much more than getting a certificate to hang on the wall. When it is done properly and taken seriously by everyone in the organization, it reduces risk. It builds genuine trust with worker and clients, and it creates a workplace culture where people are truly looked after. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I genuinely hope that this has been clear, useful, and easy to follow instructions. Part 2 is coming very soon, and we are going to go through everything class by class, keeping it practical, keeping it simple, and always keeping it as per the need of the standard. I will see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself and stay safe.